What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Some of you may have noticed, but I released a top 150 K-pop songs video that is very personal to me because if you don't know, and if you can't tell, I'm a big K-pop fan. I'm an enthusiast. It's a genre of music that I learned roughly around 2 years ago. Actually, this month, I think July 27th was my first ever K-pop song added to my playlist. So yeah, it's going on 2 years now, and K-pop is something that is just in my daily life. Now I feel like I want to make content off of it. I might not make any money off of it, which is fine. That's not really the goal of YouTube anyway, or at least it shouldn't be. But regardless, K-pop is something that I want to make content in, and I feel like doing reaction videos to new music is the best way possible because I like to react to these music videos when they come out. I'm very into the scene where I know when stuff comes out. And today we're going to be starting with RESCENE. Is that how you say it? I don't know if it's RESCENE or RESCENE or RESCENE. I'm not so sure. But this is a group that I'm not all too familiar with. I actually have a few songs in my playlist, but I don't know the individual members. All I know it's a girl group, and I'm pretty sure it's 5 or 6 members. I think it's 5. But today they released a song called Pretty Girl, and we're gonna give a quick react to it. So first time seeing this, have no idea what to expect. My expectations are pretty low, just because I do have some like songs in my playlist, but none of them are really like my favorite, not in the top echelon. Like you wouldn't see it in my top 150. But I'm gonna stop yapping. Let's get into it. Rescene. I'll figure out how to pronounce that later. Pretty Girl. Here we go. Wow, right into it. Make sure captions are on. It is 5 members, and very RESCENE-like. Very upbeat. I love the pronunciation of pretty. So I can get down with this. It's actually a pretty nice chorus. It's so upbeat. Like actually so just heartwarming. Very different from what I usually listen to. Choreo is very cute. I do love the instrumental. I think it's really good. This is like something you could really bop to. I love that part, the yeah. Very catchy. It's a really cute music video. Like it actually is just very charming. Completely opposite to what I usually listen to, but I can respect it. It is catchy, like I said. It's a decent length too. And they are very pretty. No doubt about that. The yeah. Well, that's like my favorite part by far. With the beat. There we have it, Pretty Girl by RESCENE. I'm gonna figure out that right now. How do you pronounce that? I think it's RESCENE, but let me go figure that out. Okay, so actually taking a look at it, RESCENE. RESCENE. Oops, don't want to click that. RESCENE, because it's like send but without the D. So RESCENE, I hope that's correct. It's just AI reviews what it gave you at the top of the head. But about the song, it looks like I got low battery power too. But about the song, it's good. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that it's not good. Uh, it's just so different to what I usually listen to. It's very on par, though. I will say it's very on par of what they make. A lot of their songs are like this. Not as happy, I would say. But the tone and just the nature, the charm that comes with it, maybe, is very similar to what the stuff that I listen to from them. It's very happy. It is very catchy. I just don't know if I would listen to it on my own time. Uh, and maybe this is because I'm a guy, but it's not really the vibe that I would listen to necessarily. But it is a good song, and while I don't think I'll be adding it to my playlist, I definitely think that RESCENE is a group that is quite underrated. Because they're not with a company that's really popular. They're not popular themselves. I think they're a little underrated, to say the least, because no one really talks about them. And let me just put this on full screen here. No one really talks about them, and I think what I should do now is I should take a look more into them and more of like individually, like learning who they are, learning the names, learning the looks, and just getting a better detail, better description of who these people are, and just learning them because I never actually took in the time to learn them. All right, I made it to the K-popping page. This is where I get most of my news for K-pop. I definitely recommend the website. And as for the members, which we can hear the pronunciation too.
RESCENE.
That's the Korean pronunciation, so it's gonna be a little bit better. RESCENE is what I understand is correct. And looking at the members here, we have Wani, Live, and actually this is really nice because these pictures are updated from the last song they just released. These are the exact pictures from the music videos. That actually helps me understand quite a lot on the mix and matching, because sometimes it gets a little difficult when you see different music videos and then they have a different hair color, different hairstyle entirely. It's hard to really to learn and really grasp if you watched a lot of music videos. But it looks like they do have one Japanese member in. Oh, dude, my pronunciation. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm the whitest person alive. Okay, I'm working on it. We have Wani. I want to think that's correct. Wani. Live. It's probably the easiest one I could say. Minami is the Japanese member, followed with Zena and Mei. And there's not really many roles. Usually you have a lead vocalist, a lead rapper, but it just says leader, member, visuals in center. I wonder if just they don't have roles, because there is some groups that don't even have a leader, right? Obviously Wani is the leader in this case, but usually in groups, especially groups 4 or more, you usually have a lead singer, a lead rapper. Rapper not all the time, just like for like them or maybe Islet, it wouldn't have a rapper. But yeah, this is a little interesting. Maybe this isn't updated, but I've had no issues with them like not having this updated. So maybe they just don't have key roles. They're actually pretty similar, at least from that one music video, the Pretty Girl. They're actually quite similar in sound. Let's see here. They've only been active for 2 years. Actually, the year that I started listening to K-pop, that's when they were active. And debut song was which is a song I have in my playlist actually. And then their fandom is Remine. Or Remine. I think it's Remine. That sounds a little bit better. And most popular member is by Wani, but only with 59 bias ads. In the Muse Entertainment, it's a new company. I never heard of the Muse Entertainment. I've never heard of that. I mean, I've heard obviously the big 4, right? SM, or not KQ, SM, Hybe, JYP, and YG. And then I know the niche groups like KQ, Cube, but I never heard of Muse Entertainment. It is definitely new. Let's take a look at the biography here. RESCENE is a 5-member girl group formed by the Muse Entertainment. The group consists of Wani, Liv, Minami, Mei, and Zena. They debuted on March 26, 2024 with the single album RESCENE, which featured the track and pre-release Yo-Yo, which Yo-Yo is probably my favorite song by them, so that's a very good song. Known for their fresh concept and visuals, RESCENE is part of the new generation of K-pop groups. Since their debut in 2024, they've released 3 EPs, further expanding their discography and fandom Remine. Singles such as Deja Vu, have that on my playlist, and Runway have continued their dreamy and fresh aesthetic, solidifying their place as a memorable fifth generation act. So yeah, since they were debuted in 2024, they are considered fifth generation. And from what I listened to so far, I prefer definitely fourth generation better. And that's probably my favorite generation. RESCENE, I think they are a good group so far, and what they released, they're very similar to Islet, though I don't think they're as interesting, and I'm not even that big of an Islet fan personally, but they give off the same vibes for sure, and yeah, I think this group has a lot of promise. I just wonder in the future if they ever change up the style in which they make their music, which I think I will give credit to Islet. They've been doing that to a degree, of course, but they've been doing that with their music and giving different like house music almost type genre, and I appreciate them for doing that because generally the style that they go for is not really my taste. Some of them I like, most of them I don't. If you actually watch my top 150 K-pop video, you're gonna realize what my taste actually is, and it's not gonna really be this. There's not really many songs like this out there, and particularly for girl groups, like I have so much more boy groups, and that's just like me personally. Like I'm not sexist or anything like that. It's just I prefer male songs because not only can I relate to them more, but also I just like the male vocals generally better. But yeah, let's look at some fun facts here because there's actually I've only used this site for a little while now. I actually haven't fully grasped of what this actually has. I just know that it shows new releases, birthdays, and whatnot, and obviously pages like this. There is some like fun facts and trivia. Their special concert in 2026 was free. Okay. Their average member height difference is extremely small, around 5 centimeters. So they're exactly the same height. You don't really see that. And they have their light stick, of course, and then that's their logo. And then here's their music video tracking. All right, this is the one we just watched, Pretty Girl. I would give it like a 6 out of 10. Like I wouldn't add it to my playlist, like I said, but it's solid. It really is. Deja Vu is very good. Heart Drop I have, that's pretty good. Yo-Yo is great. There's 2 pages of this, and that's just news, I guess. Oh no, this is the discography. Yeah. Photos. They also got some photos here. That's pretty cool. Then it shows you some similar groups. Like I said, I think it's very similar to Islet for sure. I guess what we can do is, does it? So usually I would give a rewatch if I think it's really interesting and going to the music video, but it doesn't really seem too in depth, and maybe I'm wrong on that. And if I am, I apologize. But I think that will be the end for my reaction here on this song. I will add it to my playlist. That's my personal opinion, but I definitely see a lot of people liking this, especially if you're a fan of them, along with people like Islet. This may be the song for you. It's just personally, I'm not too crazy about it. I think they've released better stuff. But overall, I think not a bad music video at all, or song, like I said. But yeah, that will be it for me. If you enjoyed this type of content, please consider subscribing. More reaction videos on the way, right? I have plenty of upcoming songs I got to listen to and catch up on, as well as new releases coming along the way. So if you're interested on that and you want more K-pop content that I'm making besides reaction videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button and comment what would you like to see from me. And if you want any song recommendations or just any reaction video types you want me to do, just let me down in the comments and I'll make sure to respond to you and maybe consider it down the line. But anyway, that'll be it for me, and I'll see y'all later. Stay safe.